Do you like money? Do you? Well, Gran Turismo likes to give money. I mean, they don't. I mean, they do now. We're going to be talking about all that's coming to Gran Turismo, everything you need to know. So, the first thing you'll notice, you've probably booted up your game today. I imagine you, like me, did that very thing, and you notice in your garage, you have a little gift in here, which is, oh, 1 million credits. I don't know if I want that, to be honest. I'm a grindy man, so I'm gonna hold off. Unless you guys can think of a weird way for me to use this, let me know down in the comments. Now, there are some pretty significant updates coming to Gran Turismo. The first... Our wheel's not connected. The first of which is actually now available. You can get that money, and that's basically to say sorry for the mess up. Sorry for the downtime. That was pretty obvious, wasn't it? But they're not just stopping there. Polyphony are planning to release an update, and this update is going to go live. Actually, this one came out and it confused a lot of people. The next update, which is supposed to be early April, which is what, a week and a bit away, and this update is essentially going to up the money that the events provide. They're fixing a whole bunch of issues that we had with Gran Turismo, and honestly, I am super happy. I'm super happy with it. I'm sure you guys are too. Basically, all the money on the later events is going up. It's increasing. We're getting more monies. Mate, this thing is it's silent everywhere. I'm distracted. Now, I did complain that basically there was no kind of sorry. We got a sorry message, but that was practically it. They've now rectified that and added the ability to, if you play during the next month, you can get the money. But you have to have already had the game, so you can't just get it now. So the later half events that are in the game currently are all going to up by approximately 100% on average. Money throughout these events will be doubled, and I assume it's safe to say that it's probably going to be these ones, which is instantly going to make such a huge difference. 100k for completing this event instantly would make me go, mate, that's going to be 140k. Again, based on average, not exactly accurate 100%, but for them to do that, that's nice, you know? Now, some of you guys will know in GT Sport, it was possible to get quite a bit of money by doing the circuit experience. And right now, apparently, well, overall, not that great. Well, in the next update, the April beginning update, you're basically going to get more money for bronze and gold rewards. So I'm assuming it'll be worthwhile doing again, because I honestly didn't have a plan to touch it. Multiplayer is another big issue with GT7, and they're also fixing that. In case you didn't know, people have checked, and seems like for doing 24-hour races on the multiplayer, you'd probably get, well, nothing, which is just makes no sense whatsoever. Well, they're actually going to up it, and so you get more money from doing online events, which is good because I really want to do online lobby stuff, but you get nothing. Another one of interest is the mission challenges. They're going to be fixing this. Now, mission challenges, you may know, these are pretty fun. I've been slowly making my way through these, but within this, they're going to be adding 8 one-hour endurance races. But don't worry, it's not just those. Speak a bit more about that later. Supposedly, there was a limit to how many credits you could have, and it's going up from 20 million to 100 million, which is pretty nice. I've never really got anywhere close to either of those numbers, but now on the used and legend cars, we're going to see an increase of how many cars are displayed at once, which is, again, ideal. So, it's going to be easier to make money in Gran Turismo 7, which is great. That's one of the big issues that's been fixed there, kind of making it so probably get more money than we did previously. They also say throughout the month of April, we're going to get brand new cars and we're going to get brand new courses to check out. That's right. You may remember there was a bit of a leak on Jimmy Fallon. We're going to show it on screen here. Basically, this showed some new events that we didn't have access to yet. Well, I assume we're going to get access to those. Now, they also... Oh! Are you joking me? They spoke about the near-term updates, so the ones that are coming, well, hopefully soon, but no specific dates. And they spoke about things such as adding more world circuits. Yeah, that's pretty freaking sick, as you already knew they were planning to do a proper cool live service with this game. That's the reason microtransactions are here in a game like this. It basically adds the ability for them to fund future updates that everyone can access. This is the coin flip thing when it comes to microtransactions. Although they're still there, although they're still viable, although they're not great in general to have in any game, it kind of gives people access to things that they wouldn't normally get access to. Normally it would be locked behind like a paywall that you would have to pay to access it. Now you have the choice to quicken up the game if you want to. It kind of reminds me of the unlock everything pass thing that EA used to do back in the day. Mate, that was so annoying. New endurance races, which we already mentioned about how they're adding 1-hour endurance races to the missions. Well, apparently they're going to do 24-hour endurance races. That is awesome. That is something that I really did want to tackle back in the day in Gran Turismo, but I never built myself up to it. But they say including 24 hours, which means there's probably going to be in-betweens too. Me and my friend did a couple of those. I think we did 3 and 6-hour endurance races, maybe 9 hours is what he did. And we kind of took it in turns. Again, with share play, maybe you could do the same thing. That might be pretty sick to try. Also not, because someone might ruin it for you and you'd be a little bit annoyed, wouldn't you? Online time trials and the rewards are going to be based on your position or how well you did in a global leaderboard. Again, that's pretty sick if you ask me. And finally, one of them that I think a lot of you will be happy to know, being able to sell your cars is coming back to Gran Turismo. I have to say it's a little bit of an odd one, because if you buy a car that you don't particularly like, or, you know, a car that you don't really want to hang, it kind of forced that collector thing on you. It kind of forced their closed-minded almost approach to what they wanted the game to be, and I think that's a big thing in general. This game, they had a vision. Of course, when it comes to a game like this, they have an idea of how a player is going to play, but it doesn't necessarily always work out, and that's a good thing about live service, but also a bad thing, because it was always online, and well, that's not live service, that's just, it's just crap design. I've mentioned in the past that I think it's to do with the FIA. In case you don't know, there were FIA events basically around the world you could partake in, and you could win real tournaments. I got flown out to one of the events and I got to see it in person. It was super sick. Lewis Hamilton was there. I was say invited. He got paid to be there. Did I? No. But it was still a good fun event to be part of. And I think they are the reason that online is there. They're always online. There apparently is not much work between them anymore, but it's still possible that it could happen again. The last races were in December last year. It's not that, you know, it's happened recently. That's what, 3 months ago? They could have tried to rekindle that relationship and it didn't work, so maybe they could remove the always online, but at the same time, the reason it's there is to avoid cheating, avoid modifying of save games, and if the FIA, well, they want FIA to get involved again, or any other body, well, they probably shouldn't have people cheating on their save games files. You're like, well, how can you do that on a PS5? PS4 is probably the big issue, because that has been cracked, as far as I know. I don't know. I know hacker bands, but I believe that's the case. And he's bringing it, and he's gonna smash it. He's done a race. Thank the Lordy Lord. He actually won some. That Mustang was coming in to eat me alive. But I have to say, it's a huge relief to see that they didn't just fix the servers and then that was it. They did do a communication to fix their mistakes. Like, normally, you don't expect to hear from developers when things like this happen. We never get a proper, like, this is what we're doing. We're actually fixing it. And not only that, they're fixing it in, like, a week's time. The fact that they're doing that is awesome. I know it helps that they're first party and they probably need less approval to get the updates out, because there's no way that most people could actually do that. But at the same rate, I'm happy nonetheless. I'm very thankful the fact that they're doing it. I mean, look at it. Look at this. Look at this dude. Make sure you let me know your thoughts down below in the comments on this whole situation. Do you think it's enough? Is it enough to bring you back? Were you unsure if you were going to play the game ever again because they ruined your events? This definitely makes me more excited to play the game again, especially knowing there's brand new cars coming to the game as well. Like, I wasn't expecting that so soon. The game just came out, which tells me they're gonna go crazy with the support on this game, and we now will have the ability to actually buy them because we'll be able to earn money in the game. That's good news. Anyway, new events, more money, new cars, new tracks, new missions, new races, endurance racing, mate. It's back. Gran Turismo 7. This is just the beginning. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts below. And until next time, smash like. Peace.